It's no holes. Dun, 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 dun. Do you smell what I'm cooking? Bar.
Do I clap too loud?
I think you clap too much.
My wife is she hates when I clap.
My favorite, we used to go to Pawtucket Red Sox games, and on the board when they wanted you to clap, they'll do the thing. But the hands, the way they had them clap on those were like, I'm like, it was like no one claps like that. Like,
how did you say the name of that town?
Pawtucket.
It's not Pawtucket, it's Pawtucket.
It's probably Pawtucket, but Rhode Island's just Pawtucket.
So it's like fuck it.
Fuck it.
You want to fuck it? Go to Pawtucket.
Yeah.
What's Pawtucket known for? Is it like a minor league baseball city?
It was like an old mill town.
Oh,
so there's not much cooking there now that the Paw Sox are gone.
Yeah, in my day, the mill, the whole town revolved around the mill.
I don't know why they didn't try and get like a AA or single A team in. Like those draw well too. Like once they lost to Paw Sox, like just move in, just go grab some single A squad.
They lost the Paw Sox?
Are you just leaving? Are we done? That's it.
Had it with this shit. No,
I'm out of here, pal. We're live.
Funny thing, I clapped and I just got screamed at. So
no, there you go.
Did anybody hear the scream?
I guess no, I did not. But you do clap too loud. Did it sound like this?
It's such a weird continuity point. Imagine someone isn't watching the last episode we did where we did the build card.
What the fuck is it? What are we doing?
What are they referencing?
Pawtucket Red Sox, they wanted a new stadium in Providence. They didn't want to build one. They went to Worcester, so now they're the Woo Sox.
Wait, is Pawtucket in Providence?
No, it's like it's near Providence. It's like the next town. But
so this geography is I can't.
Well, when you move here someday, you'll learn it. All right, tonight we are continuing our Greatest WWE World Title Change Era project. No holds barred. We're here every single Saturday, except for next Saturday. Both Saturdays, we're here, and twice a month we are doing this project. We're going through every WWE World Title Change ever chronologically. We're ranking them all. We're basing that on a series of categories that we're grading them on. Aaron, what are those categories?
The categories are match quality. That is number one, followed by. That is not a bad clap. I feel if we were together, we could have a decent clap off. But
I'd give you a good clap.
Oh, shit, is that a threat to sodomize me?
No, you sick man.
All right, match quality, significance. Ooh. The moment, build, and aftermath. We give a score out of 10 for each of those. Nice round score out of 100, and quite the range so far. I know I like to talk about range, but right now as it stands. Yep, good. Our top match has 95 points, I believe. 94, and our bottom match has 16. So
yeah, that's a big
all
spread.
over the board. All over the board. I'd like to give you a spread.
All right, tonight we're talking No Way Out 2001, The Rock versus Kurt Angle, the rematch from our episode 2 weeks ago. We did No Mercy 2000. So Angle's world champion coming into this one. Yep. Rock on the hunt heading toward Mania. Steve Austin awaits the winner. He had won the Royal Rumble.
And lost earlier in this night.
He did the Triple H. All right, on the cock, speaking of, we are paused at 2:18:41.
Yeah.
We're on the Burmese network anywhere?
Yeah, 2:18:25 on my cock.
All right, pretty close. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. We get the Rock storming down. He looks very angry.
I love storming Rock. Like whenever he walks with purpose to the ring, it's only ever beaten by when he runs to the ring to fight Rikishi because he's so mad.
Yeah. And he's I would say this is one of the more anticlimactic ones we're going to have on this. I mean, it was pretty obvious they're marching toward Rock and Austin.
Yeah.
I think there was a contingent by this point. We talked about this on our last trip through this, but they wanted Angle to get the chance. They felt that he deserved the WrestleMania opportunity, but I mean, Rock Austin was.
Yeah, there's other stuff they could have done, but this was the right call.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I think this is where Angle really actually starts to feel like a champion.
Well, and that means the reign worked, right? We talked about aftermath on the last one. Like the reign worked. They did what they meant to do, and that was to elevate him to feel like a legitimate champion for later. I think, do you feel, and I don't know, maybe this is more of a talk for the next match, but that Rock not just having the belt this whole time took away from Austin Rock, or no?
I don't think so. My instinct says no, but that's because their star power is just so high.
Yeah.
Like if it was anyone else, yes, but they're so 1 and 1A at this point that it makes sense to me.
Yeah. So even though Rock only has it for like 5 weeks before Mania, didn't matter.
Yeah. That didn't matter to me. Rock looks like a fucking $1,000,000 here. Like, I mean, like, you could say what you want about how big he's gotten lately, but this is like, for me, the best look of The Rock too. Because it looks like he can still move and do athletic stuff without like popping.
It's an underrated wrestling town as well. It's in Vegas, which is sneakily had some really big matches. Like there's like some really big shows and matches that have happened in this city that you just don't think about.
Yeah.
It never clocks in as like the list of like great US wrestling towns.
Is it Vengeance 95 there? Or not 95, 05?
Vengeance 05 is there.
Yeah.
This show's there.
This is a hell of
SummerSlam 01 is good. I feel like there's another one.
This is a hell of a show too. Like the rest of the show, this is an all-timer of a show.
WrestleMania 9 is there.
Incredible stuff. I love the start of this where
there's a couple of great Havocs there. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, they just started doing them there all the time, right?
Yeah, 96 and 97. You get Ray Eddie is in Vegas.
Yep. I love that this starts with Angle still wearing the belt and like mouthing off to him. Like it makes it feel like he's going to fucking hurt The Rock. And it's interesting because already it started differently. The Rock ate him up last time.
Yep.
Well, he's starting to eat him up again, but
Angle stepped to him right away. And he's also, he looks bigger because he doesn't have the blue singlet anymore. He's got the red. He's got the straps down right now.
He's not.
But he looks a little bit more, his hair is already starting to thin as well, which is funny. So
2 months. That's all it took. 2 months with that title.
Yeah, he definitely looks a little bit more main event level just by his look.
Yeah. I also think Rock, to go back to your question before, Rock is also just so bulletproof that he always just feels like the main event guy.
Yeah. That was a great close on by Angle.
Underrated sell by Rock is an underrated seller in terms of how he takes moves. He does that great thing where he flip-flops a lot.
And this is in the middle of such a fantastic run of pay-per-views. Like, this is always one of those great conversations to have, right? And discussions like the best three or four stretches of pay-per-view. Like this one, Rumble 01 or WrestleMania 17 it's probably up there, if not the best 3 pay-per-view stretch ever. So
yeah, just because this card, I mean, like it's such a strong card. And it's like almost forgotten to time, but it's like you got that 4-way with Jericho, Benoit, Guerrero, and X-Pac, which is incredible. You got the Austin Triple H and Angle Rock. Yeah. And you also got Jerry Lawler's last match for a year.
Right. And even like that 3-way with the tag titles isn't bad either. It was Edge and Christian, Taker and Kane, and the Islanders.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
The Dudleys. The
Dudleys. The Islanders come out, I think, don't they?
I believe you're right. But even like Stephanie McMahon and Trish is like good for a women's match at the time. And even the Hardcore 24/7 at the start with Raven Show, Crash, Hardcore Blackman, and I guess it's Billy Gunn.
Yeah, no, it's a great show.
Yeah, really strong. Angle kicking the shit out of him. I love it. You ever notice Rock's boots?
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I know, eh? Who else does that?
I just want to grab him by them and like pick him up.
If I were to eat The Rock, if I was to feast on him, I would start with the calf because it's so pronounced in the boot.
Yeah, but then you'd be disappointed because it's not as filling as you thought it would be.
Yeah. He's got some meaty thighs, though, that I could probably chow down on. You put a couple of those on the grill, for a couple hours.
A little belly-to-belly action right there.
Very nice. Would you eat a person if you had the chance?
If I had to, or if I had the chance?
Well, if you imagine you were in a culture where it was like allowed and celebrated, and they're like, "Hey, try this."
Well, was I raised like to eat on humans, and it's just like my life, or no?
You're on this vacation. This nice family brings you in and is like, "We have this delicacy we want you to try," and they're going to be very insulted if you don't.
No.
I think I'd probably try it. I want to know what it tastes like. You wouldn't want to know what it tastes like?
I got like texture issues. I can't do it.
It's meat. It's like eating cow.
Mm.
Anyway, that's just where I stand on cannibalism.
Okay, The Rock's throwing some good punches. The Rock's flying clothesline. Where's that rank on flying clotheslines for you?
That one not too high because I think he missed him.
Oh, not the fucking sharpshooter.
I know. Yeah.
Which promo is it where he says, actually, this one's not too bad. This is one of his better ones.
And it's still not good. It's still sloppy as fuck.
There's a promo one time where he's going to fight Eddie or Benoit. Maybe it's Benoit. And he's like naming all of the moves like each guy has. He's like, you have the Crossface, The Rock has the people's elbow. You have this. The Rock has the sharpshooter. It's I don't know the ownership of that one, buddy.
You don't have that one, Rock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not
you
yours.
Do it.
Yeah, that's not yours. That's not what we want to tell.
The house on the rodeo bulldog. That's a natural one.
Sloppy ass Samoan drop that looked like it hurt like hell. On Angle.
What did you think of the Angle Slam as a finish?
It felt weak.
I think it depends on who takes it. Like the one we saw at No Mercy that The Rock took
great. Yeah.
Looked vicious. And what did you think of Rock always putting his hand on his head on back suplexes?
I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
I feel like I'd do that if a guy was picking me up in a fight. I'd be
hopefully this time or my head. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think Angle was much better suited with the ankle lock than the Angle Slam. Because
I like the Angle Slam becoming a setup for the ankle lock. That ends up being a really good combo.
Or when he does it to Shane off the top rope on that plank of wood, that's fine too. But it's like when you're doing the rock bottom, you're picking the guy up and driving him, right? Whereas the Angle Slam kind of like places.
I think it's just meant to be that it comes from a high angle and you're down. And like I said, Rock took that one in No Mercy really well because he goes way up in the air and back down.
And he bounced. Like he did the thing where he landed on his shoulder blades and bounced up. They should have called it the right angle though, right?
Or should they have? They already gave Patriot's music. Should they just have called it the Uncle Slam like Patriot used to use?
Yeah, yeah.
Patriot is like, is he the guy that had the most cool stuff that ended up being like the least of anything? Like he's got awesome music. He's got cool shoes. He's got a great finishing name. Yeah, the name of the character is great. The finisher was great. The finishing name is great. The mask is cool. He's got a good look. Like, it's such a waste.
It reminds me of like a comedian who like is an incredible joke writer but can't perform. And his stuff is so amazing, but it all just feels flat because it's him doing it.
Right. Yeah.
No, Rock's got a bad knee now.
Uncle Slam is such a great move name.
Yeah, that's a good one. Or the gold medal mash.
I mean, it's not as good as the hostile rodeo bulldog.
What the fuck? Great timing on the song. We got to play it at the end of all of our episodes. Son of a son. Son of a son.
That is such a song of like the credits of like a Western. You know, it ends with that, the credits. And then you get Sidhu Buset, good dog.
I really like Angle not putting the straps up to start the match. It just feels like he's taking this more seriously.
Yeah.
Now, is there a guy who's got a D's Nuts song in the audience?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really early on.
I know, but I think it's a hard camera. I did not remember the Big Show coming out for this match.
No. He had just come back from the Fat Farm, right, at the Rumble?
Yeah, he looks pretty good here.
Well, I hope so. He went, the whole reason he went to the farm was to lose the fat.
But do you go to a farm to lose fat? There's all kinds of animals to eat there, or people.
Or the people eating the fat off the people.
Yes. It's that kind of fat farm. He's killing the ref. Oh, he got the, look at, see how high he got the ref on that choke slam?
See, I don't like this because he's not involved in the world title at all. Like 2000 I got because he had been in the Rumble finish. He set up Mania. Like he's in the hardcore title kerfluffle at Mania a month later.
With Kane and Raven, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, what are we doing?
What's the point of this? Just to show he's dominant?
I guess they're trying to reboot him, but
his straps are down too.
Like, I don't think he was working for Shane or anything here.
Maybe he didn't know where he was. Maybe he just stumbled out there and maybe he took a nap and he thought he had to get out there. And
I guess.
I don't know. I don't. The pause on the replay is incredible with the ref in the air being choked. But like this, to me, hurts this match.
Yeah, I agree.
Like because there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like
it's been good, but so far in my mind, I always thought this was the better of the two. But so far, I've preferred the No Mercy match.
I think we're gonna see as it goes on because I really D's Nuts. There's a fucking D's Nuts sign in 2001.
A young 42-year-old John D'Amato.
Is that a time traveler? Perhaps
D's and D's Nuts.
Yeah, Jesus. I think when we see Angle get angry, because that's what I remember in this match. I remember him getting angry and being like, tap or I'll fucking break your ankle. Like, to me, those are the things that add stars to the matches because that's how you behave.
And they give him the visual pin here.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not off of anything he's done.
Right.
I hope Hebner's still not going to count slow.
No.
Why is he still counting slow? He wasn't hurt.
He was not ready. You know, his arm wasn't lubed up.
What do you think the chances of Rock having sex with the woman who had the sign that said Viva Rock Vegas?
Right. Pretty high. I don't know if he was married at this point.
I'm thinking 0%. Doesn't seem like the type of person The Rock would go after.
Well,
feels like the type of person he'd bring out at like a This Is Your Life celebration.
Well, I'll say this. He is at Vegas, so his options are high on this night.
Yeah.
If he was in Little Rock, maybe.
Like, look, he could probably sleep with what? 97% of the women in Vegas? If he just asked.
Like, hey, you want to smell what The Rock is cooking?
What the hell is he's just crawling around? Why is he crawling? Why is he crawling the way he's crawling?
Why is Earl standing like Frank Costanza? That's a rant.
You want a pin? You got it. I love
I feel like this match started well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been downhill. Like it's slowed down. It's gotten clunky.
There's still about 7-8 minutes left, so we'll see if it picks up. I think it can still pick back up. But it's the kind of thing like that Big Show interference that stops it from being like a top tier level match for me, anyway.
Yeah,
I love that. Like the screen is still sending the words retribution, resolution, other R words. Oh, here's the ankle lock.
Yeah, now he's
screaming tap. Yeah.
So did he develop using this during this title reign?
I want to say he was using it in the Ultimate Submission stuff with, but is that later?
That's after this.
It's after. It's in 01. That's right. Maybe. Yeah. Like this shot here where he's like, I'm going to break your fucking ankle. Yeah. Like this is like top notch stuff from Angle. Like,
and this is more like the newer Angle. So like you said, he really changed during this reign.
Yeah.
This does feel like a whole different guy from No Mercy.
If Rock taps here, how much does that make Angle? Like,
yeah, big time. But to me, it's not the right call because he's just going to go on to lose to Austin at Mania in 5 weeks. So it's like, you made it by beating The Rock, but he's just setting up the job to Austin. Like he's not. I don't think you would have went to Mania thinking he was going to beat Austin. Like
no, unless you do something crazy like keep the belt on him,
right?
Which you could do. I mean, he's good enough to do it. Like.
Yeah,
he could run.
We'll talk about our next one. Like I'm not a huge Austin Rock 17 proponent, but even I can't argue that there was another way to do it. I mean,
I love. Well, we'll talk about it, but I love that match. I just don't love the Vince stuff, but I love the match. Like,
yeah,
I love Angle just beating him down here. Too.
I'm curious to watch it because it has been a minute since I've watched it, but
yeah, the intensity is insane. I mean, it. Oh, I love them just going toe to toe. Like I feel like these two should have been like rivals that fought like forever, the way Rock and Triple H did.
Well, I think they would have if Rock.
Stuck around.
Rock is about done. For all intents and purposes, his full-time run is done in a month.
The only time we're going to get them together is the triple threat, right? In 02.
Yeah. I mean, his next run is decently length, like SummerSlam to Mania 18, but that's it. So yeah, they're not really around. Didn't they fight on?
Great kick out! Great.
They actually have a forgotten match on SmackDown in early 2000. It was his first loss, Angle's first loss. Not counting the fast choke out. Rock pins him in Pittsburgh on SmackDown. It's like I think it's in February of 2000.
Okay.
It was like Angle's first big main event match.
Right. He loses to The Rock.
I remember they made a big deal out of it being in his hometown.
Right. The ring looks all ripped up too in the center. I wonder what happened.
It had to be. I was thinking that it must be from the 3 Stages of Hell, maybe.
Oh yeah, they probably did some stupid shit. What does the Brahma bull tattoo represent?
Just a bull.
Grabbed by the horns. Is that it?
He's a bull.
I guess. A Brahma Bull. I just had never heard that expression before, Brahma Bull, until him. Oh, low blow. That's the other problem with late era WCW. There's like 6 low blows in every match.
Well, it's funny because you'll hear Russo like deny, but then you watch it and it's like, no, you were doing all this stupid shit.
No, you were. And then the announcers are even like, it's those relaxed rules.
Yeah. I don't know. You've watched it more recently than me, the Dying Days. I feel like WCW's 2001 announcing makes everything even way worse. Like, because they're not bought in, and then then he brings in guys that are bought in and they suck, like Mark Madden. I like Scott Hudson, but like I feel like Shivani and Bobby just did not want anything to do with any of it, and you can tell.
Bobby's not there. Bobby's gone by 99. Like he's not there at all at the end.
But I think even in 99, I feel like he's already checking out. I mean, he does stick around. He's on I think it's Worldwide or one of those shows. He does until the end.
Yeah, I know. It's strange they kind of bench Bobby because because by the end, it's just Tony and Scott Hudson. And I actually like them both, but they're not a good pair, like together.
Well, I'm telling you, at the time in that era, there was a big backlash from fans that wanted the turnover, the young guys, and the nostalgia out. It wasn't in yet. So there was a big push for dudes like Bobby to get out of the way and let Mark Madden and the young guys come in and Hogan get out of the way and Flair get out of the way. Like, that was a thing.
Yeah,
it's short-lived because by 2002, everyone's back on the nostalgia train. 01, 02.
Yeah. And it's funny because at the end of WCW, the big guys that are still producing are the old guys.
Right. And
the new guys are okay, but it's the big guy. It's the old guy. It's like Nash and DDP helping carry the tag division.
Right.
The kick out on the Angle Slam was thunderous. Like the whole place shook. Amazing rock bottom.
Yeah, that's a good one. No.
Oh, he didn't
kick out? They didn't even show the kick out.
Because he didn't kick out.
Oh, Earl just fucked up the count.
Why did they do that?
Maybe they wanted to do 2 rock bottoms.
Maybe. Hey, remember you got to do 2?
Earl, yeah. So I mean, again, is Angle dinged in this one? Maybe did he get concussed again? Like, and he's a little bit out of it. He seems a little slow right now.
Yeah.
But unless Earl just fucked up.
Oh, and he just picked him up and did it again.
Yeah. I think that was supposed to be the finish. I think Earl fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that was really good.
Yeah.
I'm probably more like a 3.75.
See, the last time I watched it, I had it 4.5.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not that high.
No. Which sucks. Because, I mean, historically, like, I thought this one was great. Again, maybe it hurts the way we're watching it. Maybe it's one where you really get the full heat. But that Big Show thing really hurt it.
Yeah, and it killed the momentum midway through.
Yeah, it took him a bit to get back up and running. All right, let's get to our categories.
Match quality. I think I'm still going to go to 8.
Yeah, 7 feels low.
Yeah, and we don't do halves, so I think that's fair. I don't think it's far from the other one.
No. I had that between 4 and 4.25, and this is like 3 3/4 to 4. So,
yeah. Significance. I think this one's lower than the last one because.
Well, we talked about it. Like, it sets up Rock Austin, but it's like
it's a month.
Right. He could have went without the title and still done that match. Well, I guess you need the title for that match, but yeah, I mean, whatever. It's just a forgettable Rock reign. It's going to start the Deborah shit. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, 4 sounds great.
Yeah. The moment, I mean, look, the place went crazy when he won.
I'm going to go 5. Great rock bottom, cool pop, but it's not like a super memorable finish or anything.
But he fucked up the finish.
I think Earl fucked up.
The build. Now, okay, so we should factor in that Angle took the title off Rock, obviously.
Yep.
Rock doesn't win the Rumble and still gets the title shot here, but he's one of the stars of the Rumble.
I don't remember much of the build, honestly, coming in.
No. I'm going to guess that it's probably stronger than the last one, but not by much. I'm going to go 4.
Yeah, it's probably, Rock wants to get that Mania shot or the Mania slot, get the title back. Aftermath is I don't think it's great. Like, Angle, they don't even stick him to the Benoit match until like the week before Mania, pretty much. So he doesn't do a ton. He might get a rematch on Raw with Rock. Maybe they usually do that before Mania.
Yeah.
And then Rock's, I mean, honestly, one of the sneaky things you don't hear about too much is that I don't think that Mania 17 main event build is that great. I think they salvage it with My Way and with that sit down promo where Austin says, I need the belt to live and all that.
Yeah.
Other than that, the build is not great because you get Deborah managing The Rock and all that stupid shit. Like,
but the aftermath does give us that match, which is considered one of the greatest of all time. So
correct. So I mean 5.
I'm between 4 and 5. I don't know where to
I'll
go.
5. I'll give it the bump for that Mania match.
Okay. All right, 52.
So yeah, significantly lower than the last one.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't have guessed coming in. I would have thought this one would be bigger.
Okay, so 52. Oh, good.
No
ties.
I put it at, looks like 27th all time.
Yeah.
So we've done 58 total. So still top half, but
yeah, but like barely top half.
Yeah, so 27 out of 59.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. And to give it some context, one above it with 53 points is Steve Austin Kane from King of the Ring 98. And one below it is our first one, Buddy Rogers getting beat by Bruno Sammartino that we have no footage of.
And that was carried by the Significance heavily, obviously.
Yes.
And right above Backlund Sheik, Sid Taker. Honestly, like, that's surprising. I think that it's that close to Sid and Taker.
But again, Sid Taker was carried by the aftermath because Taker had such a great run with it after.
Yeah, it's below the WrestleMania 12 Iron Man, below the I Quit Backlund and Brett. So I'm surprised it's below Big Show and Triple H from Raw. Below King of the Ring 2000 that we did recently. Like I would have thought it'd be a little higher. I'd say this one underperformed quite a bit.
I would agree. It's 10 slots below the other Rock Angle match.
Yeah. All right, let's do our top 10. We'll book it.
We'll get The Rock out of here. Number 10. The Rock defeating Mankind, 71 points. Survivor Series, 98.
Number 9, Randy Savage defeats Ric Flair, WrestleMania 8, 72 points.
Number 8, Mankind defeating The Rock from Monday Night Raw, January 4th, 99, 72.
Steve Austin defeats The Rock at WrestleMania 15, 73 points.
Andre the Giant defeats Hulk Hogan, the main event, February 88, 75 points.
Hulk Hogan defeats the Iron Sheik at MSG, January of 84, 76 points.
Number 4, Ric Flair winning the 1992 Royal Rumble, 78 points.
Number 3, Bret Hart defeats The Undertaker, SummerSlam 1997 with 90 points.
Number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin beating Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 14, 93 points.
Number 1, Shawn Michaels over Bret Hart in Montreal, Survivor Series 97, 94 points. So that'll do it for us. We'll be back in are we off next week? Is next week the break? I think. So we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Let me just confirm that. Yes, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Do a little mini drafting, and then before you know it, it'll be a brand new year. So be sure to subscribe, leave comments, love, like, all the shit on YouTube, on any podcast application. I want to thank you for your support over the past year as well. We really appreciate it. We will talk to you soon if you keep this drop.
Bye, Talkcast.